Hi, we're Blake and Brittany, and our oldest daughter is with us today. We are,
Average Family Abroad,
yes, and today we're on top of a mountain.
at one of our very favorite restaurants and venues with this amazing view. It's called Monte Sol. And if you are in southern Ecuador, you should definitely come and check this place out.
It is quite a destination, but probably have to have 4x4 to get up here.
Or
So-
a donkey.
Or a donkey. Hey, yeah, there you go, a donkey. All right, so today we're going to be interviewing our daughter and just kind of how she views life here.
We get, a lot of questions about what it's like, having a family here in Ecuador, and what it's like for the kids specifically. And so we thought we would go to an expert and get the opinion of someone who has lived it. She will be sharing her thoughts with you. We don't know what she's going to say, so we haven't prompted her, but we're excited, just like you are, to hear everything she has to say about life in Ecuador. Now, our child she's our oldest, and she moved here at 11 years old. So like a very interesting age, not quite a teenager, but certainly not a little kid either. And so, and I would say out of our children, she very much has the most ties back to our old life as well, right?
Yeah, she would definitely have the most experience and memories from the United States out of all of our children. So,
Yeah, which gives her a unique perspective as an immigrant. So, all right, without further ado, here are some questions for our child. So, your first question is going to be, what do you like most about Ecuador, besides the virgin pina coladas,
Besides some amazing drinks.
the amazing drinks?
What I like,
What do you like most about Ecuador?
I think the really amazing people here and the food and the fruits are my favorite.
The
I
fruit
love all
specifically.
all the food and fruits here especially are there's so many and they're so diverse and all of the fun flavors I feel like that there wasn't there in the United States. And I think I love all like the freshness of the food as well. Like you can get like a super ripe avocado. We could literally just go out to a wild avocado tree and get an avocado.
You very much like
I didn't have that
avocado.
experience in Washington, so
Yes, the avocados are very exciting, and the fruits. What fruits do you like the most?
just the classic fruits. I like pineapples, strawberries, mango. I love mango.
You do love mango.
Yeah,
So the people, the fruit,
the food,
the avocados.
the avocado.
Anything else jump out at you?
The scenery. I love the Amazon. When we went to the Amazon, that was like I loved it. It was such a cool experience and the climate and everything. I haven't really been. I want the heat itself,
Okay.
but like I loved it. And then we haven't really been to the beach, but we've been to the Sierras, and so
You imagine you would like the beach.
I imagine I would like it.
Um,
Okay, so what are the hardest things you think about living here in Ecuador?
I would say probably being away from the friends or all my cousins and family. I feel like, for instance, a lot of people, get to grow up with if you've seen all the people here, they get to grow up with their families and friends and they always can do stuff. But whereas we don't have that as much. I mean, we have friends, but we don't have like the
We don't
same
have
connections
family
as
here.
family here. I don't even I go to see my cousins a lot when we lived in the States and stuff. But during this age, it would have been fun to spend more time with them, especially because they're around my age and stuff. So I feel like that's one of the hardest things. And sometimes the language barrier. Not really. I speak Spanish pretty fluently now. But at the very beginning, it was kind of hard because I always didn't know. There's still times where I still don't know what people say or I mess up what I'm saying or I say something bad and I don't even know it.
or say something in English accidentally.
Or I start talking to my classmates or people in English and they're like, they just stare at me like, what? So
Okay, going back almost 5 years. Well, yeah, 5 years
to September.
now. Yeah, but this is when we told you we were moving. It
Mhm.
was 5 years ago. So what did you worry about and what were you excited about when we announced to you guys that we were moving here? Because we didn't ask you. We made the decision on behalf of the family. So
To be honest, when you guys first said anything, little 11-year-old me, didn't care. I didn't even think about us moving, honestly. I didn't even realize. I was just excited, and I didn't honestly know or think. I didn't know what Ecuador was, really. I didn't know it existed. I didn't care. I didn't think about leaving my family, my friends, or anything. It just felt so normal and like nothing happened really in my life for some reason. Even going to the airport, I don't know. But now, if I honestly, like, if I was to move or something now or moving from there to here now, I think it'd be different because I'm just at a different point in my life where I have more friends and family and, well, not more, but, just different. I think it matters to me now, but then I honestly didn't have a reaction. I was just like, okay, whatever, we're moving to South America, to a
So
different
we
country.
apparently failed in our
Preparation.
attempts to educate the children. And
I didn't know Ecuador literally existed. Like, I didn't know. I mean, I think I've heard about it, Jim and Elizabeth Hill, but besides that, I was like, okay.
so you were excited, not
I was
particularly
excited.
worried.
And then when we got closer to like traveling and actually got into Quito and Ecuador, I was like, oh my gosh, we get to see new scenery, new things and stuff. And now that was really cool getting to drive down here. But besides that, it was like, okay, whatever.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you wish we had done anything differently as far as the move itself goes? That kind of the preparations, flying here, getting settled, and maybe like the first year, looking back on all that, do you think we should have handled anything differently as your parents?
I don't know. I mean, we first moved here. I mean, the first year we lived in the rental house. And that was fun. I mean, we had our friend's family that was here welcoming for us and stuff, the very first year. And so having them here was super nice. We got to make friends and connections pretty fast. I mean,
By that you mean friends we made after we made here. They kind of took us under their wing.
yeah,
right?
like having them was
'Cause we
really
didn't
nice,
know
and that
anyone.
like was something I guess that really helped us.
Yeah.
Helped me, like making my friends, and all that was having all that opportunities and everything. But not besides that, I mean everything went good. I mean the travel was long, tiring. We did look kind of insane. We had a lot of bags and our cat and everything. But we kind of really just got into life when we moved here. We didn't I don't know, take time to start anything else. I mean, we started right away. So
Is that a good thing or not a good
yeah,
thing?
it's a good thing.
Okay.
Okay.
We already kind of talked about this, but favorite local foods
Favorite local food?
besides the fruit?
Local foods from this area, I would say I love the soups. There's so many soups, and they're so good at soups.
Yeah. What soups do you like?
I really love it. It's just like a creamy. There's one sopa de verduras, pero it's called crema. Sopa de verduras de crema. It's something I like. It's like a creamy vegetable soup. And those are my favorite. I mean, there's
You like
some called
arveja?
Arveja, yes, one. I love arveja as well.
Which is kind of like a creamy pea soup or
It's not pea. It's like not creamy.
it's like a cross between a bean soup and a pea soup.
It's hard to explain. Yeah, we're very different.
You don't like legumes,
sancocho?
strange man.
But
Cheetos.
yeah, I think those are my favorite out of the soups here. Out of like main dishes, I really love just like a simple like asado, like grilled chicken, really thinly cut like grilled pork and stuff. You can get like your typical asado restaurants, like Brasileña and Loja and stuff.
You like alitas a lot.
I love wings. I've never really had them, I guess, when we're in the States.
Yeah, we weren't wing eaters until we moved here.
But moving here, there's like a place to hang out. We like to go with friends a lot. From school, we'll go hang out there, and it's like a typical teenage kind of restaurant, and they have really good wings. So I've really grown to love wings, and yeah, I guess that's about it.
What about desserts?
Desserts. There's not like a big dessert culture, honestly.
No, but
So desserts we get here.
ice cream.
Ice cream. I love ice cream. I've always really loved ice cream, and here they have a lot of ice cream. A lot of naranji ice cream is always really refreshing. I also just like plain cookies and cream. You can get it anywhere. It's just like that. I just love it so much. Don't laugh.
Funny. Okay. Tell us about school. I know that you were homeschooled in the United States, and so your knowledge of U.S. schools is probably kind of from movies and books and stuff for the most
Yeah.
part. But how would you what would you say about school here and what it's like?
So I hadn't really been to school, so like I had a concept, like of what American schools were and everything like that, and from friends and from various movies and stuff. So I know what it basically was. But getting to school here was very different. It didn't affect me. I know for some people there could be probably like culture shock and stuff, or just differences because of how the schools are and what they term of what they look like. But my first day of school, it was so embarrassing because I went into school that day. Well, it was kind of the second day because we had a call from the director the first day just to show up. But the first day of school for me, I went into my classroom. I set up a desk, all the kids were there. Of course, everybody was staring at me in school and everything. And I didn't speak the language. So I was basically just going off of instincts of what the teachers and stuff told me and stuff. So like I had to do this activity. I don't remember what it was, and I did it completely wrong because I had no idea what the heck they were saying, and then they all laughed at me and made
They
fun of
laughed
me.
at you?
They laughed at me, but I didn't
Aw.
understand why. I thought they were just laughing because of laughing, so I laughed too. And I was like, okay,
Like mean laughter?
yeah, not mean laughter, like more just like, I don't know, like making fun of you in a good way kind of laughter. And so,
Affectionate
laughter, you could
Trying
say.
to put a good twist on it.
And then, but after the first couple months, I finally like knew Spanish and started learning, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really love this, you know? It was really fun. I'm a very social person, I would
Yes,
say.
you are.
So I love being with friends and everything. And I was really worried I wouldn't learn Spanish, you know? But just from being in school for like 2 to 3 months, I literally could learn it just from being in it every day. Because and we had an English teacher, yeah, but like she didn't talk to us English at all. It was like basically just all Spanish. So it was just like a very fun experience for me. I just really enjoyed it. You gotta grow. There's so many activities and things. I have so many friends. The first year I remember everybody would come and want to talk to me and be my friend. We were so popular. And then that died off. But kind of sad. But
No, now you're old news.
we're old news now, but you know, I still like get along with kids really well at school. They're all my friends. It's been I'm almost 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Almost 3 years. In
Ending your
school.
third year now.
Ending our third year being in school. I think it's been such a great experience for me. I just really love all the hanging out with kids and everything like that. It's just I did move up a grade, so this made this last year kind of
More
complicated than the first couple years. But yeah, in all terms, it's good.
What classes are you taking? As you are kind of like the equivalent of a sophomore.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
technically in the U.S. sophomore. So the classes I moved up a grade. So went from like 7 to 8 subjects to almost 15 subjects.
Yeah, that was
So
quite a jump.
A different chalk. I have biology, chemistry, physics.
Oh, sorry, pause. So I feel like in the United States, that's like a year for each of those, right? But you do one at a time. That was my experience.
I think it just depends. Yeah, maybe so.
But here the kids take them like all at once, continually. So
Or like the subject, you don't get to choose your subjects or
There's no
classes.
electives
our
to
kids'
choose.
school is really small. So I mean, I think
And
the
the
bigger
big city,
schools they get
yeah.
electives, but here you just everyone does the same thing. So sorry, continue.
So I have biology and chemistry, which are taught by one teacher. We get both subjects. Chemistry is actually kind of interesting, but biology is just like science and boring, and I don't like it. I've learned. And then we have physics and math. Physics really sucks, and math does too. So I don't like either of those, but you know.
But you do well in physics, right? But
not well. It's just like I'm not horrible at it, but I'm not also great at it. I just don't enjoy it. So.
Yeah, understandable.
Physics, math, biology, chemistry, physical education, normal. We get English, English quotation marks. Then we have what else do I have?
Philosophy?
Oh yeah, philosophy and history, which are they're kind of similar, honestly. But I remember one question we had in history. This was social studies, and before I moved up a grade, we had social studies instead of history and philosophy. And I was asked to name the first 3 Ecuadorian presidents, and of course I didn't know that, right? It's like asking someone from Ecuador to name 3 first United States presidents, and then they finally tell the names, and there was like 4 names per president.
Yeah.
And I was like, their last names, their first names. If you got them in the wrong order, you got 0. I was like, I didn't put any because I didn't know.
Oh.
So I have history, philosophy. What else?
Lengua?
Oh, language arts, which I don't like either. But
which is Spanish language arts.
Spanish language arts,
all in
yes,
Spanish.
all the stuff, which is kind of hard for me, honestly, when you have like stuff like that, because I have to like,
Yeah.
think about. Was that it? No.
No, you have ECA.
Oh yeah, I have
and
ECA,
compo.
which is like art stuff. I have art stuff.
Do you have like a business class?
Oh yeah, we have business. We learn about business and various things, both for Ecuador and not, and just like insurance bills, all that kind of stuff. And then we have ciudadanía, which is like citizenship.
That's
it talks about things. Yeah, those
things.
They're 2 most important classes that actually teach you life skills, unlike math. I think that's about it. I might be forgetting something.
What's compo? You have compo too.
Oh, we also have something called Campo de Acción, and that's where once a week I have to stay. I get out like 1:15 or 1:30ish, and we have to stay from 2 o'clock to 3:30 or 4, sometimes earlier. it's like, I don't know, we have to, why? I don't know why we do it exactly. It's the government makes us do these hours we have to complete. I think it's like 80 hours a year, school year.
And it's doing like service projects.
Yeah, service projects for the school.
Cleaning
That
the
can be
school,
working
planting
outside, cleaning,
stuff.
painting. Right now we're working on the murals around the wall at school and stuff. And it's kind of like counts as a nota in class. So like I don't know what the word is.
Grade?
Yeah, good grade. Like a grade in and for classes. So I have to do that once a week, and I haven't been doing it. I joined kind of partway through the school year in primero, so it's kind of different, but I do that. Yeah, so that's kind of something extra we do as well. And being in bachillerato, you have various other activities
Which
and
is
stuff
high
they make
school.
you do. Yeah, it's
Bachillerato.
high school.
Yeah. Okay. So other families who are looking at moving to a different country, doesn't have to be Ecuador, just in general, is there anything you would tell kids whose parents do what we did? I'm like, hey guys, we're moving to another country, even though you don't know it exists, apparently.
I would say probably, it honestly depends on the kids and how they are and stuff. Like for us, I feel like it's pretty, I just don't know. For us, it's just this way. But I feel like some kids could have a harder time adapting and stuff. I say wherever country you move to, probably making friends from the country themselves. Not, I mean, expat friends are good too, but what we had the experience was making like friends where we live and are restarting from the bat off really helped. They were really welcoming. It helped us with the language, getting to know things. They actually were there for us, you know, like during times we were sick or anything, honestly.
Yeah.
So having friends and making connections as soon as you can, as soon as possible, is probably one of the best. Trying to be social, even if you're not social, you know, meet people. Don't be scared. And I don't know, just like try to enjoy it, enjoy the culture. Don't hate it forever. I don't
Thanks,
know.
babe. So what kind of things do you like to do in your life here?
I really like to hang out with people and friends and stuff. Like our town has like little parties and stuff, you know, where they have all these like programs and stuff. What would you call them? Like they have like various things.
Yeah.
I often go late, and my parents don't like going out late, so oftentimes I don't get to go to them, and it really bums me. Or there's bingos and stuff. And so that's just the one thing that I really like. I love being out with friends and people and just getting to be out with the town and stuff. That's one of the things I like to do, going out with friends and hanging out. I help out at a music academy right now, kind of off and on right now. And that's something, another social thing. You know, I help out and I get to, what do I do? I kind of like a volunteer. Translate. I do a lot of translating because
English.
music academy. And
what instrument do you
violin.
play?
I played violin for 9 years.
A long time now.
So I started when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah. And you have a teacher here locally. So.
And I have a teacher here locally. Yeah. I've had various teachers over the years, but yeah. And so I do that. What else do I do? That's not really about it. I don't really play sports. I wish I did. I wish I was athletic because, you know, when I play soccer, I get made fun of, so I don't play soccer. But I often miss the ball. So, but we listen and we don't judge. So, yeah.
So, and you would, I kind of get the point that if you could do more of things, you would go out more with friends.
Go out more with friends, be able to leave. Like a lot of my Ecuadorian friends I know, like they just gonna go out, or they live closer to town, right? They can go out and hang out together, go on little things, little activities. Their parents are more free, and understand why I don't have that as much because, you know,
we're
being
pretty
next
strict.
can be more dangerous. But yeah, being out with friends, being able to walk or go on the bus more or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, you like to do things,
Mm-hmm.
be with people. So, what is it like in your experience being an immigrant?
Immigrant. Well, what do you mean? But like just like a.
Well, that's what you are, right? I mean, you moved from one country to another country with you know, your parents' intention is to stay, so we're planted here.
In a way, it's cool because, you know, not every kid is an immigrant. I mean, some people like are forced to be, you know, because they don't have any choice. But we had the choice. I think that's cool, and the way I think I really helped me because I'm bilingual now, which I think is really cool, and I want to learn a third. I'm trying to learn Portuguese, so you know, it's kind of hard, but I think it's cool because I've had a very different childhood than most. I mean, in a way, it's cool. I've had like a different kind of, you know, view and stuff, and I got to see different things. I got to move to South America, so I think that's pretty cool and good to see all that. Uh-huh.
Has it been harder at school?
I think in a way it is at school because sometimes like kids think things or just say things because, you know, you can be, for instance, you're different, honestly, so you're not in integrated, integrated the same way into the thing. And you're obviously going to be different. People aren't going to see you as Ecuadorians. You're not going to be, the same cultural things. Like there's a weird cultural thing I don't get is mismatched socks. Because multiple times I've gone to school with mismatched socks because I haven't had time in the morning or I just can't find it. Like, who cares, right? And those times my classmates have seen my socks because I don't even know why, right? And they see my socks and then they're like, my classmate, she saw my socks and she gasped. And I was like, what's the matter? Like, is there a bug? Is there what? And she's like, you're wearing 2 different socks. I was like, yeah, so? And she calls over multiple of my other classmates and they all see my socks, and then they go telling the whole entire school I have mismatched socks on. I don't know this, and that's happened to me multiple times. They crack up, they judge you, and they're like, "What the heck?" And you're like, "Why? What's wrong? I'm just wearing socks." I don't get something about it. If you're just there in person, and then if you're wearing mismatched socks, you're gonna get made fun of or something. And I don't know what's the story behind it, but it's very very illegal here.
They're not big on individualism, right?
I guess.
Maybe that's it.
And then part of it, you're standing out, right, with your unique take on socks.
On socks, I don't care why they care about my socks on my feet, so whatever.
That's funny.
Be warned about that if you come here.
It makes me want to wear mismatched socks.
Well,
She's very individualist.
I do. I prefer it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll wind down. A few more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you are successful as
I would hope so.
As an immigrant teenager, immigrant child. And what factors do you think? I don't know. They can be external factors like from your family, or they can be more just you and your personality. But what has contributed to your success in adapting to life here?
I think, I don't know. I just had, for some reason, for me, I had a really easy time adapting to it. I didn't think, like I said, when I was 11, I didn't care. I didn't think at all. I think that was a big part living here when I was younger. Like I said, I think it really affected it because, for instance, you're so much more, I feel like, easy to adapt when you're younger also. So like if I had moved here, like I said, when I'm like almost 16 years old now, I think it would make it a different experience. But I think learning the language was a big thing because there's so many Ecuadorians and I've had so many like relationships with people now due to learning the language, and I get a joke in Spanish now with them. I get to hang out with them. I get to go places without like worrying because I speak the language. I know people. Yeah, I guess that's one of the big things. The language, I think I would say, it's a big thing, and just being part of the community and people, not being scared to talk to people or do things or try things.
And that's kind of like surprised us after we'd been here for a few months, because I would have called you a little timid in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think I reflected too much about how that would change or not change when we moved here, but you definitely kind of came into your own, I would say, right away. And we were both, remarked early on that like, wow, she's really taken to this. And, I certainly wouldn't call you timid now, like the opposite. And so
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that would have happened in the United States as well. And you just would have kind of grown into that.
But I think definitely, yeah. The language is a big thing, being bilingual and stuff. It's so fun.
Yeah, you love that.
And I love it.
I love it too.
It helps you in your future as well, whatever you do. And like I said, I'm fun.
So speaking of your future, what are your current plans for your future? Currently, what do you envision for yourself?
What I want to do, I'm going to go to college. I really want to go to college. Whether I'm pretty sure I'll go to college in Ecuador. I mean, who knows? Maybe that will change in the future. But I really want either, if it's not in Ecuador, it's in Argentina, Spain, Brazil. Maybe in the future, like for my last degree in the United States, who knows? But I really want to go to college and I want to study, maybe, I don't know, this might change, but I want to study, like maybe I'm thinking speech therapy or international business or stuff like that. I like being in charge, and I like language, cultures, traveling. So I thought about also like working in an embassy, maybe that could be something still, or working for like a UNESCO, like a nonprofit or something. Who knows? I really like that field. And so that's what I see, because in a couple of years I'll be have to start looking at that because, it comes on so soon and time flies.
Yes.
So I'm looking towards that. And I don't know it's kind of sad because I'm the first one to go through this experience again. Like in this country, like I have to go and figure out this all out. So I have to see how that goes. But that's, I think, what I have. I don't know what else I want to do. Like college for now. So
yeah. What would you say the young people, Ecuadorians that you interact with, what do they struggle with? And what are their hopes for their futures, for themselves, for their country, whatever?
Yeah, so from what I've seen, I feel like that they struggles, I feel like they don't really have a lot of struggles, honestly. Like they have Well, from what I've seen, some of the young people, my classmates and
Okay,
stuff.
good. That's good to hear. Well, what do they want for their futures then if they're not struggling with anything? Normal things. They're struggling with normal things, right?
Yeah,
Is
like
it
normal life and stuff.
fair to say falling in and out of love,
Yeah.
struggling with
Teenage
school,
stuff.
just like normal.
It's just like, I mean, I said, like typical teenagers, they have all the stuff. They have all the memes, the brain rot, whatever. They have all the same things because the internet and everything.
Frenemies.
Frenemies.
Do they get hangry? Are there any other like amalgamations of words that they
No, I'm just learning like Spanish slang. But yeah,
Spanish slang?
Spanish slang. They don't really have anything like that. I think what they want, a lot of them want to go, university. Actually, a lot of people want it. Like a lot of the boys, want to be military or police
Soccer
officers,
stars.
soccer stars. They all love soccer. Like they all think they're
Yeah.
going to be some famous soccer people. Maybe they will. And then the girls, they're just like normal professions. I would say, like lawyers, doctors, whatever. So they all want to, based on what I've seen, want to go to the university and study and stuff. That's like yeah.
So they're, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but would you say they're like hopeful for their futures
Oh, yeah.
then? And,
Very helpful.
yeah. Okay, last question, babe. So now specifically for people who are talking about moving to Ecuador specifically, so not like moving to a different country in general, but so what would you tell kids whose parents are moving them to Ecuador? Like, is it a good thing? Is it like, what should they be cautious about?
I think it is a good thing. But that's also from my perspective, my point of view. So I don't know what they would think. But I would probably say just try to get to know Ecuadorians. I know some people just don't get to know Ecuadorians at all, or some people just don't want to be a part of that. And I feel like it's kind of sad, honestly, because getting to know them, A, they're like really amazing people, and B, like it's pretty important both for your security, both to know people, to get along, to live a good life here. So to be connected like that with the people, also to like to have expat friends also is good too, to get to know, have time like that. And to maybe, I would honestly, it could be hard. Some people might not want to, but to join school, even if you don't like really, really want to, like it's actually really helpful. And I really enjoyed it. But if you're not social, then you don't have to join school, You could even join the soccer club outside. Like they play.
Well, sorry. Well, one of your brothers, I won't say who, is not particularly social, would you say? But school, would you say, I think it's been good for him still. And he would say it's been good for him.
He always talks about it. He says, he always talks to me and stuff. He says how he really didn't think he would like school because he's never social, like you said. And he joined school and he just branched out so much more. He felt more comfortable with being around kids, I think, and got to know them. He realized that they weren't as different, like, as they're from the States. Like, some people might think it was like cultural difference or that they're just so much like not like each other at all, but they're actually just very similar to all of us. I mean, there's some cultural things, but I think it's
like
really
the
good.
socks.
Like the socks. But I think it's just a really good way just to branch out, get to know people, and really make you just built into the community. And I just don't know. That's my point of view, and that's what I would do based on what we did. But
well, good. Phew.
Yeah. But honestly, every person's different. But also, I would say, if you're moving to a foreign country, it's pretty important to integrate yourself.
Anything else that you'd like to say?
It's very beautiful here, and it's very pretty, and I do love it.
¿Quieres decir algo en español, tal vez?
Pero no sé qué decir, pues. Porque me joden siempre con las medias, y no sé por qué, pero qué vergüenza. Que a veces voy a los restaurantes y odio, porque a veces digo cosas que son absurdos. O a veces voy a los Estados Unidos una vez y respondo a las personas en español y no en inglés, y pues
Vas a tener vergüenza
voy a tener
también.
mucha vergüenza. Pero bueno, toca soportar y
Vas a sobrevivir.
voy a intentar sobrevivir.
Yeah.
Pero bueno.
Well, thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Fun chatting with you. You're cute.
No, don't listen to her. I'm not cute.
Okay, anything else?
Not cute.
Yeah.
I'm hideous. No, I'm kidding. But I'm not hideous. I'm just not. I don't like to be called hideous. Stop. This is going on.
Don't worry, we can edit all of the stuff.
This is
Or not.
horrible.
Or not.
No. This is going on. What have we
All
said?
right.
Tell
close it.
people about our website and
Yep.
and social media and whatever.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to this little interview with our daughter and her experiences here in Ecuador. And we did not coach her. So,
Do you have any more questions?
yeah, if you have any more questions for
I'll
her,
answer more. Don't worry.
she's very happy to answer more.
Yes.
She said,
I'm very happy.
yes, she loves to interact with people. So, but yeah, so you can find us again at averagefamilyabroad.com. as well as on Facebook and Instagram at Average Family Abroad. What else?
Es todo.
Yes, todo. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one.